Hello everyone, this is the day 5 of the flow designer training. In this day we'll talk about the trigger a flow from an inbound email. Let's say that you have received a email from some third party or from service provider to your service now. The moment you receive the mail, normally we know that we have inbound action that trigger and create the record or update the record based on our condition. Like similar inbound action, we can also trigger our flow. So normally the flow trigger based on whenever we are creating the record, whenever we are ordering a catalog item. Similarly, whenever we received a email, so based on that email, we can generate our flow. So we can trigger our flow instead of inbound action. So one of the option is the inbound action, but instead of inbound action, we can generate the flow or trigger the flow, and then we can do some action. What is the benefit of the triggering the flow instead of that inbound action? The benefit here is that we can do a lot of steps, we can do a lot of things without any code. Like we can trigger the notification, we can send the approval, we can create the record. All these things we can do, which needs additional code in our inbound action. So in our today's class, we'll learn that how we can trigger a flow based on inbound email. So let's see that. So before we talk about that, how we can initiate our flow from inbound email, we should know that how our inbound action normally works. The initiation or the inbound action started the moment you received a email. So let's say that in the Servicenow, you have received a email, and then the moment you receive the email, there are certain condition or there are list of inbound action are there, like 4, 5 inbound or 10, 12 inbound action are there. Based on their condition, table name, our inbound action pick that and process that and do some action like create a record or update the record or the delete the record, whatever code we have written there. The similar mechanism is going to be work in our flow. First, we will receive a mail in our ServiceNow mailbox. The moment we receive the email in our mailbox, there will be multiple flow like 4, 5 or 10 flow, which is the condition or trigger condition is the inbound action, as well as there will be some additional condition. Based on the additional condition and order, our flow will be picked, and inside the flow there will be certain action to create a record, to update the record, or do whatever the actions we needed. There will be defined on the flow, and that will be work. So this is our ServiceNow instance, and in this ServiceNow instance, if you type the flow designer, you will be able to find out this flow designer module. And in my previous video, I talk about the basic stuffs about flow designer, what is the flow, what are the components are there in the flow designer. So if you have not watched my previous video, my request should be go and watch the previous video. In our today's sessions, first we are talking about that how we can create a flow with the inbound email. To creating the flow, as you know that you have to go to the right side and then click the create flow options. And here you need to put the flow name. I have mentioned the flow name. Here I'm going to select that run as a system. You can do that run as a system or run as a user depending on your use cases. Now I'll select the submit. So our flow creation is done. You can see the flow. Once you create the flow, there is one tool showing right now. You can skip that. And then first thing is that we need to be set up the trigger condition. I'll click the plus sign, and we have already discussed about that under the record we have create, update or update these options. I'll click that application one, and then in the application one we have already even discussed about the service catalog. In today's session we are going to talk about the inbound email. So first I'll select that inbound email. The moment you select the inbound email, you have a field called reply record type. So if you are trying to reply on behalf of any outbound email of the service now, then you can select that. I'm not doing anything, so I'll do for the new email. Here you have a options called on which condition you want to trigger this inbound flow. That condition we have to be satisfied, or that condition has to be mentioned here, because there could be 100 or 200 or 1000 inbound flow will be there, inbound email flow will be there, but on a specific condition that flow should be triggered. Let's say that I am setting that the subject, here there is many options is there, so I'll say that the subject starts with, and then I can mention that create incident. So if somebody sent a email to the service now called create incident, at that moment this flow should be triggered. The next thing is that we need to be define some action. We can define multiple actions here. The first action is that we are going to create an incident. So I'll click actions. Under this ServiceNow code, you have options called create record. You can select that. And here you can define the table name. What do you want to create? We want to create an incident. So you can select that here, table name called incident. The moment you select that incident, you need to define that field name. So I'll click the plus sign. What field I want to set? The first thing I want to set the short description. So I'll select the short description. And what should be the short description? The short description should be the email subject line. So you can go to the triggering condition, then email record, and then here we can select the subject. So whatever will be the subject line, that subject line should be copy and paste to our incident. Next thing is that I want to set the description. And what should be the description? The description should be that email body text will be our description. Then what we are trying to do, we are trying to set the caller of the incident. So let's say that at the caller of the incident, at that moment we are going to fix some user. So we'll select that able tutor is the caller fixed user. So in this way, we can create a incident. So our creation of the incident is done. The next topic is that how we can copy the attachment. To copy the attachment, we can click that here and then click the action. And we can select that under this ServiceNow code, you will be able to see the copy attachment. You can copy this attachment. So we'll click the copy attachment. The moment you select the copy attachment, the first thing is that you have to select the attachment records. Attachment record means the sys attachment record or the sys attachment record. How can we go and check the sys attachment record? We can do a lookup. We can click the plus sign, click the action under the ServiceNow code. We can go and then select the lookup records. And then on which table we are going to look up that? We are going to look up that sys underscore attachment table. We know that under the sys underscore attachment table, all the attachments stored. And then how we can find out that for which attachment, what is the attachment for this email or this inbound email? We can put that table sysID is that trigger inbound trigger sysID. So you can say that email record and then sysID. So we are going to look up all these attachment. If there is a 2 or 3 attachment, we are going to look up that all these under this attachments table, and then we need to find out and copy attachment one by one. For that, we'll click here, then click the flow logic, and then we have a for each loop. So I have discussed about the for each loop previously also. For each loop basically do loop one by one and go through the record one by one. So we'll click the for each loop and then click the lookup records and attachment records. What will be the happen? All this attachment, it will go through one by one. After we got the for each loop, we need to do certain thing. We need to copy that, right? So we can move this one to here, here to here. And what we are trying to copy, we are trying to copy this attachment. So what I'll do, I'll click here and then for each and attachment record, and where we want to copy under this incident record. We'll click here and then create record and incident record. So this is our target record. So that's it, our flow is done. We can just save this record. So our flow is saved. Here if I go back and then type with that emails, and then you can see all these emails that has been triggered or that has been generated today are storing under this table called sys emails table. Now I cannot test end-to-end by sending from the third party to the service. No, I cannot do that. You can do that in your actual customer environment. For PDI, they have disabled this option. For testing purpose, I can click the new button and create that. Okay, so what will be our subject line? The subject line will be create incident for me. So maybe I can put any subject line. What should be the body? I'll open any existing emails. Let's say that I'll open any random email because I don't have actual body. So I'll copy this body from here and paste here. Because normally the emails, the sys email should store all the incoming and outgoing email, because I don't have any account set up for PDA environment. That's the reason I cannot show you that. And then if I scroll down, I'll copy this content type and paste here and save that. The moment I will save that, the system will recognize that he or the system is received some email from the third party, and that system will pick that our inbound flow. Let's save that. Our email has been saved as a receipt, and if I go back to the emails log table, I'll click the reprocess email and then go back and let's see still it's picked or not. And here you can see that it's picked that emails log, and if I go back to the flow designer and go to the execution, you can see this one is just now triggered. If I click open, and you can see the incident record has been created, and this is the incident record, but it's do a lookup, but it actually could not find, you can see 0 of 0, could not find any attachment, right? So it did not have any attachment, right? So what I'll do, I will attach some attachment here again. I have just attached some document called incident Excel file, and then I'll click reprocess email again. So the moment you click the reprocess email, the system will think that this is a new email or I need to reprocess this email again. So I'll click reprocess email. The moment I'll click the reprocess email, it should trigger or it should pick again that flow. So I'll go again that execution, and I can see again another flow is created, and right now you can see that it's showing that count 1 of 1. It means that it find out one emails attachment. I'll click this. This incident has been created. I'll click this button, and you can see this incident short description is set here. This is the description set here, and if I copy this incident number to that new tab or here, you will be able to find out that attachment got copied from sys emails. And you can see that this attachment has been copied from our sys attachment table or from the email table. That's it for today. If you have any question, let me know in my comment section. Thank you very much. Have a great day.